is the San Diego Sports Junkies, a show for fans by the fans, with Josh Taylor, Justin Smead, and Jason Eidsmoe. We're talking Padres, Chargers, and Aztec sports.
Gotta hit it to the right place. And he hits it out to center. Right center. Blackman's got a long way to go. He's still going.
Off the wall.
And it is off the wall. It takes a funny hop. Kemp is rounding second. He's heading to third.
Gotta go.
And Matt Kemp into third base with a triple and the first cycle in the history of the San Diego Padres.
He will hand it off. Tomlinson plows his way towards the goal line. LaDainian Tomlinson, one step closer to football immortality. Tomlinson has tied the single-season record. And the handoff to Tomlinson. Left side, and he will gallop into the end zone. Charger fans are witnesses to history.
Pope thought about it. Now steps up. And the freshman hits the jumper at the buzzer.
Well, this kid is some prospect. Big-time length, big-time game.
Pope straightaway three. Count it. Malik Pope. Pope off glass and Gula. On the other end, Joel doesn't miss that one. Shepard alley-oop to Pope. He got up there. Oh, wow.
It's time to let your voice be heard.
Well, it's a bittersweet Sunday. We are the San Diego Sports Junkies, a show for the fans.
By the fans.
And this is Jason Eidsmoe along with Justin Smead. We're going to be the sports junkies that are going to take you on your journey today. A little bittersweet today, huh, Justin, about, what could possibly be the last home game for the Chargers.
Yeah, it's not set in stone, but the way you read things and the way people talk and the experts, the so-called experts, it doesn't look good at all, and this could be reality. This could be the last game ever, for the Chargers at Qualcomm Stadium, and that's just in the way the sports year's gone with the Padres and the Chargers and even our Aztecs basket. It's just been a really rough year, I think, on everybody. So very bittersweet and very depressing, somber, as I guess the way to say it.
Yeah, I actually have tickets, so I'll be going to the game. So first of all, we'll say anybody that's listening out there, tweet me at Jason_SDSJ, and I'd like to say hi to you, or come by and say hi to me.
For sure.
But it is, I me, I'm Positive Patty, and I'm still holding out hope that something's going to work out. The good news is they don't really have an exact idea still. It seems like every single day a new news break happens. They say, oh, this is what's going to happen now, and now this could happen, now this could happen. So the fact that they haven't figured it out now, I guess, is kind of good for us.
Yeah, definitely. And, I think the one thing that people keep reverting back to is the owners have a great relationship with Dean Spanos, and he has that excuse that he's been trying for 15 years in his back pocket. So, and they really seem to embrace him and the Chargers, and I think they're going to do whatever it takes to get him what he ultimately wants to do and go, which is LA. And I hate to say that, and I'm like you. I'm hoping for the best, bracing for the worst. But it's just sad, all the memories that I've had and you've had growing up in this city. Well, after I came back, I've been to many games while I've lived in Laughlin too. So, but just the memories that will always be embedded in my mind. All the cool games I've been to. So yeah, definitely bittersweet, man.
Yeah, absolutely. So let's move on to the Dolphins. The Chargers are playing the Dolphins, and of course, what is a meaningless game for the Chargers?
Right.
I guess depending on what angle you're looking at, there's a lot of people out there that are hoping that they're going to lose the rest of their games so they get a better draft pick. You know what I keep saying all along, I want to just see victories, especially today. I'm going to the game with my daughter. I want to see the Chargers win. Overall, what's your thoughts on the Chargers' chances? I know that you're down, and I know that you're upset with the way they've been playing. What do you think their chances are of beating the Dolphins today?
You know what, Jay? This is the most optimistic I've been all season. I think hearing Phillips' comments over the week, just leading up to this game, you can really hear it in his voice and his words that he wants to play well today, and today especially for the fans that do show up and support the Chargers today. And I really think you see Phillips one of his better games today. I think it's vintage Phillip Rivers. Again, I'm being very optimistic. I really believe they can beat the Dolphins today, and I think you would agree with that. They're not, the Dolphins aren't world beaters by any means. If the defense can play like they've been playing and progressively getting better, which we've seen,
yes,
that is encouraging. So anything can happen today, but I really expect Phillip Rivers to have. I don't care who's out there playing receiver today. I just think he's going to get him the football, and it's going to be a fun game. I'm really excited about this game.
Yeah, I agree with you. I think Phillips going to have a really good game. The thing, though, is I think that he's actually been playing really well. The problem is as much as he wants to have a good day today, it's all depending on those 5 guys in front of him, what kind of a day they are going to have, because that's really been the key to our offense this year, and with them failing, our offense has been failing.
Story of each season for the last 3 seasons. So yeah, you're absolutely right, Jay. I mean, it starts up front, and they have not been doing a good job whatsoever. He's had little to no time to step back or just be comfortable. He looks so uncomfortable back there at times, and you're right. They need to step up too. They know how big this game is for just the city and for Phillip. I think Phillip wants to go out on a high note if indeed this is the last game, and they need to get a win for Gates, Weddle, Floyd, the guys that have been here, the longest. And I hope they step up. I really do, and I hope Melvin gets a rushing TD. I'd love to see the kid succeed. He's had a pretty dismal year, so if it's. You're looking for certain things to be the shining light. So with those things, the line just has to play well.
It's funny, as I said, that Phil Rivers has been playing really well, and of course, Hal's in the chat room. Hal completely disagrees with me, which is fine.
Right. He's playing with what he has.
Right.
I mean, he's a great quarterback.
Yeah.
We just harped on that. So the pieces around him are just not good right now.
No. I gotta come on, man, from Hal in the chat room, so that's nice.
Right.
On the speaking of the offensive line, one thing that really worries me is Trevor Robinson at center. And I know that at the beginning of the year we were talking about how we kind of thought he should be starting. At least that's what I was saying. But it seems like he gets pushed back into Phillip Rivers every single snap. And today he's going up against Ndamukong Suh. And Ndamukong Suh, since coming over from the Lions, has not maybe, done enough to maybe earn the contract. Not that he's been a bust or anything, but I'm really, really worried that we're going to see a really big game out of Ndamukong Suh today. Yeah,
I'm hoping Trevor Robinson loaded up on his steak and potatoes this whole week to gain a little more mass, because Ndamukong Suh is quite the load to take on. And you're right, he's been pushed around pretty much the entire season. He's had a few bright spots, games where I thought he played okay, but yeah, like we said at the beginning of the year, we thought he was the guy, and he is not the guy. So yeah, very concerning, and Phillip needs at least a couple seconds today to get Vincent Brown, to get these guys involved in the offensive game. So yeah, they need to do maybe a double team type of concept on him all day long.
Yeah, I agree. They need to find a way to keep the middle there. Phillip has to have somewhere to go, and our tackles have not been playing that great. But I think part of the problem is the fact that he has not had anywhere to step up, so it makes the tackles look a little bit worse than they are. Now, the secondary of Miami, they have they have Brent Grimes is good. Michael Thomas and Rashad Jones out at safety. Those guys, I really feel like if Rivers has the time, even with our depleted wide receivers, I really think that he can take advantage of some of those guys, especially with Gates and Pee Wee, lining up at tight end. I think we can really take advantage of some of those things. all depending on how much time he has. But do you see the Chargers being able to score more than 3 points today? I know it's been a while since we have.
Yeah, and that's the thing. When I think of the Dolphins' defense, I think of their secondary because they've been pretty good over the last couple of years. They're like I said, this team is not world beaters. They're beatable by any sense. But if Phillip, like you just mentioned, has time to throw, he can get any receiver the football. They just need to make plays for him. So, not out of the realm. I think, you know what, Jay? I think they're going to put up 30-plus points today. I really do. I have this weird feeling that there's I'm very positive today. This might be the last home game, and I really want to see these guys just step up a little bit. They can beat the Dolphins. The Dolphins are they're about as good as the Chargers. I mean, in a sense, just record-wise. But it's very encouraging to me that Phillip Rivers, if he has the time, he can get anybody the football. Anybody, no names, off the practice squad, can score touchdowns today.
Now, Malcolm Floyd probably going to be lining up against Brent Grimes. What's most likely, he has said he's retiring, so let's go ahead and assume that this is going to be his last home game.
Right.
Do you see him even basically playing with the one arm? He's got the bum shoulder. Do you see Malcolm Floyd maybe being able to get the best of Brent Grimes today?
Put this on the bank, dude. Gates and Floyd scored today in the last game at Qualcomm. He's got to get these guys the football. He's going to make every attempt, hopefully smart attempts, to get them the football. If he's matched up on the outside, he can win those battles, even with a banged-up shoulder. One touchdown apiece for Gates and Floyd today. I just can't see them going out as losers and not producing the way they should have been producing this year.
Vincent Brown, the Chargers brought in, after being out of the league for a year. Ex-Charger, of course, a little bit of disappointing last few seasons with us.
Right.
Last game, pretty much played like all the games he had played his last season with us. He kind of was not there. He did make a big catch at the end, but he pretty much was non-existent. I'm going to make a bold prediction. I'm going to say Vincent Brown gets 5 catches today. Do you think that there's opportunity for that? Do you think that Vincent Brown, maybe after having one game back, is going to maybe step up a little bit more this week and get open a little bit more?
Most definitely, man. With Stevie being hurt, this is a prime opportunity now. Now Vincent being in the system for a few more weeks, getting his feet back underneath him. I'm sure the schemes haven't changed too much since he's been gone. It's probably just language for him now, getting things. Him and Phillip have a rapport. That's by no means is 5 catches. He could go for 8, 9. He could get all of Stevie's touches today. So I look for a big game from him as well. Just spread it around. Make sure Woodhead's involved in the passing game. Get Gordon on the outside, matched up with a linebacker. Do the things that puts these guys, and that's what I'm most disappointed in this year. And I don't mean to go off topic, but it seems like the coaching staff's not putting the players with a beat-up line in the right position to succeed. And whether it's Melvin Gordon up the middle, Melvin Gordon on a handoff, a delay. Get him on the outside. Where is he useful? Where is he elusive? That's what he strives, and that's where he excels at. So just put them in the right position, and I really believe they could have a good day.
Now, flipping over to the Chargers on defense, Ryan Tannehill has, I don't know, I guess each year you can say maybe he's improved a little bit. I think he's kind of plateaued, and I'm not sure if he's taken that next step to being, an elite quarterback or seeing if he can eventually take that next step to being an elite quarterback. One thing that he can do, he's not, necessarily a running quarterback like Michael Vick or something like that, but he can get some yards with his feet, and I worry about stuff like that with this defense. The defense has been improved the last few weeks. And trust me, I was completely wrong on this, but it seems like they've really flipped that switch since Denzel Perriman's been moved into the starting rotation. And I didn't think that was the right move, and I was wrong. I'm going to tell you that right now. But Are you worried a little bit about Ryan Tannehill picking up those important third downs with his feet?
Oh, definitely. I mean, remember what Alex Smith did to us this season. I mean, we have trouble at times containing outside, containment with quarterbacks. You gotta stay in your lanes, but it's very concerning because you get a 3rd and 7 situation, and he gets time to run, yeah, it's concerning. They have to do a good job in that department. And I agree with you wholeheartedly. When they bench Donald Butler, per se, I think he's only playing 15 to 20% of snaps now. That's pretty much a benching. But, you know, Perriman's come up and made plays. He's looked solid. He stops guys in their tracks. There's no extra couple yards. It's awesome to see. And if we can get these guys, this is perfect time for Denzel Perriman to take these last 3 games and grow and just get more involved and take chances even. You know, play outside of the system a little bit. Be aggressive. I like the Te'o Perriman duo. I really do. I think it's been a nice thing, something to be happy and excited about going into these last 3 games.
Yeah, and you know, of course, Lamar Miller worries me a little bit. They also have Jay Ajayi as one of their draft choices,
right?
Who started out the season hurt. He's played a little bit more. I don't think we're going to see much, you know, a whole lot out of him until next season. However, you know, even with our improved defense the last few weeks, the running defense is still getting gashed, and I do worry a little bit about Lamar Miller. How much of a concern is that for you? And do you think that Lamar Miller might be able to? I mean, the Chargers might be able to stop him and maybe, you know, stiffen up a little bit defensively.
Yeah, you have to contain Ajayi and Miller. These two are pretty solid backs. Ajayi is starting to get in a more of a rhythm with their offense, but you have to stop the run, and we know that. They've been gashed all year long. Part of the problem in losing games is probably because you can't stop the run and you can't run the football. So obviously a 3-10 record would resemble that. So yes, it's very concerning. They have to keep him under 100 yards today. If they give up a touchdown, so be it, down in the goal line, okay, I can live with that. But don't rip off 70-yard runs. Don't rip off 50-yard runs. That can't happen today for them to be successful. It just can't, because that's how they are 3-10 this year.
Yeah, that's a good call. And the last guy I want to talk about, Jarvis Landry, very, very talented wide receiver. However, we got somebody pretty talented on our side of the ball in coverage, and he has looked really, really good since he seems to be healthy. Jason Verrett. Who did give the advantage, Jarvis Landry versus Jason Verrett?
Jason Verrett all day, dude. This guy, just the way he moves and his recovery speed, and I'm not some analytical guy or, you know, draft expert, but even just watching him, even in slow motion, Jason Verrett looks fluid. He like spins around, his hips are fast. He just makes plays. He gets back to the football. He's always around the football. He doesn't give any wide receiver very much room to operate or space. So he makes it extremely difficult for even a guy like Landry, as talented as he is. He'll make it very, very tough on him today. You shut down one side of the field, the other guys on their, you know, wide receiver court don't scare you as much as, other teams. But we have to do a good side, where Brandon Flowers' side was now. I know he's out, but it's, you know, Stevie Williams, I think, if he's still, I think he's healthy. So he has to do a good job today. But yeah, he's going to blanket that one side, and they're really not going to have an option with Landry today.
Yeah, I agree, and I hope we're both right there. Before I let you go, I'm going to let you go bring Jake on a little bit. Prediction time. You know, you think the Chargers are going to score 30 points, which I love. I love this positive, Justin. We're starting out 2016 right at the end of 2015.
You know what it is, Jason? If it is indeed the last game, I'm being positive because my heart hurts for the fans, the city. There's so many people with awesome stories and 60 years of football, and it's sad, man. And if this is, I'm going to treat it like it is the last, because we don't know. We're not guaranteed anything next year.
Right.
It's emotional time, man. For if you're a fan, I don't care if they were 0-13 today. I would treat this game like the Super Bowl, because Qualcomm's a special place to tailgate in, and everybody has a lot of good memories there. So with that being said, I'm going to go with 38-24. San Diego rolls the Dolphins, and the Chargers have had some really epic battles with the Dolphins over the years. So it's pretty fitting for them to go out with the Dolphins being in town. So,
who do you got for your player of the game?
I'm going to go Phillip. He's the backbone of the team. He's the heart and soul of this team. He's everything you'd want in a football leader for a town, a city. He's a good dude. 350 plus, give him 4 touchdowns. He's going to have a good day. Melvin Gordon gets his first touchdown today.
Nice. I love it. I'm going to let you go. We're going to bring on Jake. I'm going to try and make the show a little bit short because I'm going to the game today. Enjoy watching the game today.
We'll do.
And we will be talking to you. Well, we'll be back next year because we're not going to be doing a show on Christmas Eve. So
right.
we will be back next year. Enjoy your Christmas, my friend. Have a safe New Year, and I look forward to the game.
Hey, Merry Christmas to you and yours, and, go Bolts.
Go Bolts, baby. So that was Justin calling in, contributing at the beginning, giving us his thoughts. I love the positive Justin. We haven't got a whole lot of that this year. He hasn't had a whole lot to be positive about. I've been trying to carry the positive vibe for the show. So I like the positive Justin. He's got the Chargers winning. We're going to take a quick break. We're going to come back in, hopefully, with Jake Hefner and see what his thoughts are on the last home game of the season and possibly the last home game of the Chargers' career here in San Diego. We'll be back.
Do you need help with your business project that is due? Maybe you need business cards to help your business stand out. We at San Diego Sports Junkies got you covered. SK Digital Imaging can do it all. Give our buddy Sean K a call, 858-408-0732. SK Digital Imaging, from business cards to the bigger projects, SK Digital Imaging and our buddy Sean K will get your printing done right.
Cali Comfort Barbecue in Spring Valley was built for West Coast Sunday morning football and fight night. Cali Comfort Barbecue has quickly become San Diego's slow smoke barbecue sports entertainment destination. Full service catering available for all your tailgating needs. CaliComfortSD.com.
The name, it's the San Diego Chargers. Feel the lightning bang, kill the hype, we reign as we running this game.
All right, we are back. We're having a little bit of trouble connecting with Jake, so we'll keep going here, and hopefully we can get him on there in a few minutes. A few things here. We got Hal in the chat room, of course, and a couple things that he brought up, which when we were talking defense, I didn't have a chance to get to him, but we can get to him now. One comment he says, if you love Rivers, you can complain about the delayed draw. The delayed draw is a product of Rivers' inability to take a snap from under center. I got a couple different feelings about that, Hal. I think that Rivers, a lot like Peyton Manning, the way that their career has gone, they've gotten really used to, taking a look at the defense and being able to adjust their play depending on what the defense shows. And I think the teams have gotten, the teams that they're on have gotten used to them doing that. And the unfortunate part about that is you are kind of right. When they do that and they have success, they keep doing that and they keep doing that. And then all of a sudden you kind of get to the point where you can't really get under center anymore because you can't see the defense the same when you're under center. And you're right, it does start to narrow what you can do offensively, because you can't really be a pound the ball running team when you're going from the shotgun all the time. And if we noticed, anybody who's watched the Broncos this year, when Peyton Manning, who was having a terrible year anyways, but when Peyton Manning came out and Brock Osweiler went in, he immediately started lining up under the center much more, over 50% of the time. And their running game, without any other changes, their running game improved. So with Phillip Rivers and not lining up under the center, I understand what you're saying. And everything works great, and with Philip Rivers in the shotgun and being able to take a look at the defense and be able to make adjustments and stuff, that all works fine and dandy. But when your offensive line is as poor as they are, you can't play like that. And unfortunately, they've made it to the point where that's the only way that they play. So I see how they are limited to. They are really limited in offensively, and when the offensive line is playing good, it doesn't matter. But when the offensive line is not playing good, you're right. It does affect it. And everybody's talking about how, they need to run the ball more and they need to pound the rock 30 times a game. But unfortunately, with the way they are now, if Philip Rivers lines up under center, there's no way the defense thinks that they're going to be throwing the ball. It's going to be a run, and that kind of gives them an advantage over our offensive line. So I see what you're saying. I still think that Rivers is not the problem. I think that the offensive line is the problem. I know Hal disagrees with me on that. One of the things, offensive coordinator-wise, Frank Reich, I've been a big defender of his and a big supporter of his. But, one thing that I'm a little bit disappointed with him is his inability to make the adjustment. And everybody says that. Everybody throws out they're not making adjustments, and it's just a really easy thing to say. But what I'm talking about specifically is when you have something on the offense that is being exploited, Trevor Robinson up the middle, or one of our defensive tackles getting beat constantly. Frank Reich is not making the adjustment to get that guy help. He just keeps assuming that the guy's going to get better and not get beat anymore. And we've been seeing it all season long, with Barksdale or when we've lined up Harrison at the tackle. And I do think that our defensive tackles, part of the problem for their season this year is the fact that up the middle, and I'm putting a lot of blame on Trevor Robinson. Trevor Robinson has not played very well, and not only that, he's played very passively. He snaps the ball, and he is almost on ice skates running backwards, and he is right in front of Philip Rivers on almost every single play, which means Rivers cannot step up into the pocket, which means those those offensive tackles are getting beat because Rivers can't step up. It makes them look bad, and I think a lot of those sacks are a product of us up the middle. So, Hal does say horrible team, and we do. One of the problems is the talent. The talent level is so poor on this team, and that goes to Tom Telesco. But getting past all of that and moving on to today's game against the Miami Dolphins, I agree with a lot of what Justin said, which is funny because we don't always see eye to eye on everything like that, but Justin has changed his tune. I think that he's right. Everybody's a little bit nostalgic today because it is possibly the last game of the season. Let's see. Justin's in the chat room now. Tom Telesco is a terrible talent evaluator. Yes and no. I agree with you, Justin, on he's definitely made some bad calls. He's made some good calls, too. One thing that I will say is I don't want to be the team that has a new general manager and a new coach every 2 or 3 years. I think that McCoy and Telesco both need a little bit of time, a little bit more time to really get themselves a record. He's going to have some misses, and we all remember the misses. He's had a few hits. He has been more bad than good, though. You're right about that. But I don't think he's had enough time yet. Matchups again one more time. Ndamukong Suh worries the crap out of me today. I think that he is, unless the Chargers are able to make some sort of an adjustment up the middle there, and I'm not quite sure what it is because it's tough to help out in the middle too much. If you have your guard over there helping out, you open yourself up to a lot of things. It's a lot easier to help your tackle out because you can have your tight end chip him. You can have your running back coming out of the backfield chipping him. Up the middle is a little bit more different. It's a little bit more clogged. But I'll tell you what, if the Chargers just sit back and decide we're going to just hope that Robinson plays better, that's not the answer. That is not the answer, and I worry about Philip Rivers getting killed. Not only that, I worry about us getting shut out because our offense just has moved the ball so poorly. Quick, I'm gonna go to predictions here. I'm gonna wrap the show up really early today because, we weren't able to hook up with Jake. Justin came on in the morning, which was awesome. But I'm going to be going to the game, and I want to have enough time to get down there and enjoy myself and talk to some people and kind of just see what people are thinking about, I'm interested in what the overall attitude is. I'm hoping more people today at the game come in there with the Justin attitude, the new Justin attitude, and everybody's just more nostalgic and happy and enjoy it and embrace what they see instead of being out there complaining. We get it. We know all the things that are going wrong, but what we don't want is, I don't want to hear, I'm going to be riding the trolley, and I don't want to hear, the whole trolley ride there and the whole trolley ride back about how much, Spanos sucks. I've heard that already. We get it, Let's enjoy the game. Let's enjoy the, we like the team because of the players. We don't like the team because of the owner. Nobody's out there cheering for the owner, whether you're winning or losing. You're all cheering for the players. So let's go out there and enjoy the players. The players have absolutely nothing to do with whether or not we're moving. Let's enjoy the players out there. Let's enjoy the game. I'm going to go back to predictions here real quick. Justin predicted 38-24 victory, which I love the high score. Man, wouldn't it be nice? Wouldn't it be nice to get, 38 points out of our offense? We've been having such a hard time scoring. He's got 38-24 with Phillip Rivers being the MVP. I'm going to not quite as positive, but I am going Chargers win 24-17. I know that I predicted them to win every week. Hal was in the chat room earlier. He predicted they were going to win, and they lost. He said he's never going to do that again. He's got the he's got the score: Miami 89, Chargers 3. Thank you, Hal. Thank you very much for that. I got the Chargers win 24-17, and I got an interesting player of the game. I got Vincent Brown. Stepping up. I think the Miami Dolphins are going to be out there trying to stop Malcolm Floyd, trying to stop Antonio Gates because they think that's where we're going. So I think Vincent Brown has an opportunity to really finish this. This is his opportunity to get back into the NFL. If he can finish the season strong, either with the Chargers or somebody else might notice and sign him because I think he wants to play again. I got the Chargers winning 24-17, Vincent Brown being the player of the game. Everybody enjoy themselves out there. I'll be in section P37. If anybody is interested in stopping by and seeing me, I know I'll be seeing Mikey out there. He's going to the game. Anybody else out there, you can tweet me at Jason_SDSJ, and I'll try and hook up with you and talk some Chargers. Everybody enjoy their day, and we'll see you later.
Thank you for listening to the San Diego Sports Junkies, a show for fans by the fans. Brought to you by Cali Comfort, home of the low and slow barbecue, and SK Digital Imaging with Josh Taylor, Justin Smead, Jason Eidsmoe, and Mike Maciejewski. Subscribe to us on iHeartRadio, on Spreaker, and on iTunes. Visit SanDiegoSportsJunkies.com for all your Chargers, Padres, and Aztecs news.